While this headline showed that November is going to be a slow month for New Genesis, the future of the game definitely continues to look bright with a lot of the updates coming soon. Additionally, we saw a preview of the personal quarters that'll be coming out in the spring update, or what they'll call the creative space. So let's just jump into it. Because the November updates aren't actually all that special, I want to start with the creative space. Sega has announced that this update will be coming out in spring, but look at this, this is amazing. There's going to be one personal quarter and one alliance quarter of this creative space, and much like in base PSO2, this is shared across your entire account. You'll be able to change the entire layout as you please, creating a completely modular space and even maybe buildings that you would want to create and section them off. The one thing to keep in mind is that a lot of the items that you have from your personal quarters from base PSO2 will not be available during this update. While a majority of this will be subject to change, the overall scope and size of this doesn't seem to change whatsoever. Players will even have the ability to change the landscape around their homes and even be able to express their creativity in brand new ways, with allowing you to be able to make things like a giant rappy. Again, Sega, what I'm talking about is not being able to let us make the giant rappy. I'm saying you have a giant mecha rappy in the game, but I mean, they did add fashion for that. Like have a Sonic collab where you have a giant mecha rappy that's being piloted by Robotnik. Anyway, this is really cool and I'm excited for this, but this comes out in spring. Next up, beginning on November 16th, we are going to see the Overlord collaboration begin, where you'll able to receive certain items featuring characters from the Overlord franchise like Ainz, Momon, and Albedo. Personally, I was kind of expecting more items to be available in this scratch, but honestly, what we're getting is amazing. They continue to show off the Steer region, and by far, the more we see of this update coming out in December, the more I'm actually excited to play the game again. The Steer region will launch at Chapter 4 of the story. Based on the headline and what we know from Dengeki articles, this story may be longer and also features storylines featuring Crawford and actually telling us where and why Halpha exists. We also saw that there was going to be new class skills. These are not to be confused with PAs. Keep in mind, we did not see all of the new class skills for all of the weapons, but it looks like we did see some really good ones. I'm gonna let the video play out, so enjoy. In the headline, they showed that 8-star Rarity Weapons will be coming, and unlike what they did in the Kavaris region, the Steer region will only have 8-star Rarity Weapons. There will not be any hidden 9 stars. They did wind up confirming this during the headline, so we have nothing to worry about. The 8-star weapons that they showed off are very unique, or much like the event weapons we've grown accustomed to, these weapons will have a fire element. Based on the information right now, you'll be able to get these by completing the tasks that are given to you from the current prep event leading up to the Steer region. These weapons won't be that much stronger than the weapons that we'll be taking into the Steer region, but because of the elemental bonus on them, that will make them incredibly useful against enemies that have a flame weakness. And now finally, everything that's going to be coming out in November. I had already mentioned the Overlord collab, so that's coming November 16th, but there is going to be more. We'll be seeing the limited time event Autumn 2022 coming on November 2nd. This is going to have our standard lobby changes that we usually see, the overall region mag changes as well. There's going to be a new limited time gathering item as well as new rappies. There's going to be the event NPC, and you will be able to get the relic weapon camos from here as well. You'll be able to trade in the new limited time gathering item for these weapon camos. This event is also going to have a lot more accessories, making it probably, in my opinion, one of the more rewarding ones in terms of fashion. There's going to be the new 7-star Rarity Christia weapon series, which is basically a free 7-star for everybody, although these weapons look fantastic. There's going to be a new limited time quest that's going to be available, and by completing these, you'll be able to get event scratch tickets that you can then use to be able to get brand new items from a event available scratch. This event scratch tickets are going to have weapon camos that are going to be coming back from things like base PSO2 and also combining some of those weapon camos as well. There's going to be some classic items available in this event as well, so you definitely want to farm the limited time quest to be able to get everything that's available here. As usual, there's going to be a new scratch, but this one's a little bit different because it is going to have previous contest winners emotes as the available rewards for this scratch. As usual, there's going to be a new mission pass beginning on November November 9th. And then there's going to be the Refined Form 8, which is going to continue reviving some of the base PSO2 outfits in the SG scratch. There's going to be the second half beginning on November 16th. And this second half is going to feature new field races that are going to be launching in the South Redham and West Kavaris regions. There's also going to be a new limited time practice quest drill, which is going to be the second limited time quest in this event. Rewards will largely be the same as what's going to be available in the first half, but ultimately this is a nice little breath of fresh air. We already went over the Overlord scratch, but what's coming on November 22nd is going to be the new AC scratch snug style. This is going to be featuring mecha rappy suits as well as a lot more casual outfits. And then on the weekend from November 23rd all the way to November 30th, there's going to be an ARCS record for Cannonball Strike Solo. From the operation report, there were two new questions that we haven't had answered previously. The first question was whether or not the dev team is going to be allowing for the mag to take precedent over the urgent quest when music's played. The answer was that we'll be looking into that and it will be available in a future update. Another question was that sometimes the minimum price for feature items is a little bit too high and it sits there unsold. The response to this was they're going to allow it to be traded in for other unique items, but it's the rare drop EX 15 minutes as one of the items that they showcased in this, and honestly 15 minutes is not a lot. There's going to be a series of promotions in October and November, much like one I said previously, where we're going to be getting the Stia Expedition prep tickets where you'll be able to exchange for the 8-star Rarity Weapons that we spoke about earlier. There's going to be a Christia series enhancement boost and also pre-announced urgent quests, but there's going to be something different with this pre-announced urgent quest. Urgent quests that are pre-announced will now allow you to be able to take them 2 times within that period, only during the duration of this event. From November 16th, you'll be able to log in and get SG up to 1,000 SG total, as well as Autumn 2022 SP scratch tickets, and there's going to be a campaign boost for pre-announced urgent quests. Apologies, I said it just a little bit ago that the other ones were going to be allowed to be completed twice. It's these that'll be completed twice. I'm not going to go back and edit that. Beginning on November 16th, there's also going to be an EXP earn plus 50% event. Beginning November 22nd, there's going to be a rare drop rate and seasonal points event by 50%. And then the part 3 beginning on November 30th will also be the drop rate preset rate by 150% and also seasonal points being earned by another 50%. During all 3 parts of this, if you're a brand new player, you'll be able to receive 100% EXP gained during your time in Alio and Redham. Beginning November 9th, celebrating the November 8th release of Sonic Frontiers, there's going to be a keyword giveaway where you'll be able to obtain the Floating Sonic, Floating Knuckles, and Floating Tails items. So keep an eye on this YouTube channel or the official Twitter for that code. There's also a current collaboration going on right now where if you type in Lenovo_Legion in the in-game chat, you'll be able to gain the Lenovo emote. This is vastly different from the Intel collaboration that we had before, but honestly still a welcome one because it's free. And all you have to do is type in a keyword in the in-game chat, Lenovo_Legion. Beginning on November 2nd, you'll be able to get a new idol by purchasing AC or using AC. It's the Idol Rappy plush, and in addition, you'll be able to get some other fashion items. Purchasing AC again on November 16th, you'll be able to get some other items as well. And there's also going to be other deals available beginning November 22nd, and one of those is also a guaranteed Mastery 4 capsule. And then something that I'm personally going to be buying tickets for, it's the 10th anniversary plus the Phantasy Star Series 35th anniversary project, where they're going to be allowing global players to purchase live stream tickets to the orchestra that's going to be available in Japan. Alternatively, if you are in Japan, you'll be able to buy physical tickets to this event. I got lucky enough to see snippets of one of the last orchestras, and honestly, I would love to see this one again in full. You will receive a bonus item code for NGS in-game items by purchasing tickets to this, so keep that in mind as well. And that's going to be everything for the headline. The next episode is going to be on November 29th, and it's going to be featuring a lot of update information when it comes to the December update. So much like everything else, thank you guys again for watching. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm out.